Then there was one time, people searched this out on TNA Impact Wrestling. I don't remember the date, but it was when they had and I counted, a 32-man brawl going on in 4 different locations of the Impact Zone. In the ring, by the trailers, another place backstage, and I think the locker rooms. But 4 locations with a total of 32 talents were brawling all at the same time, not even to go off the air at the top of the hour. The show was from 9 to 11. This was at 10 o'clock. We had to come back from a 32-man brawl in 4 different locations to have another hour of the fucking program. Where I think then they went in the women's room. The women did. They were fighting in the women's room. But so I took that as a personal goddamn challenge. Because Keith Mitchell's going, how the fuck are we going to shoot this? And Dave Sahadi's going, how am I going to direct it? And this wasn't a live show. This was just with the resources they had and the places they had lit and the number of cameras they had and just anything that anybody who'd been around television production for like 30 fucking seconds would realize there were a number of problems with. He had just stroked his magic pen because Shakespeare must not be denied. So I said, okay, we'll goddamn set this thing up. So I figured out a way. I got 32 people together in 4 different locations. I set up furniture and toys and plunder for them to play with. I had them walk through everything they were going to do. I had the camera people. It took me the better part of 3 fucking hours for this 4 minutes of shit that was going to happen on the air. And we shot a 32-man brawl in 4 different locations, and everybody got the shots they were supposed to get, and then we came back from the top of the hour, and then the women were fighting in the women's room, and nobody remembered it 5 minutes after it fucking took place, because that's, it was, all it was that show for the longest time until they started to gearing back a little bit, was people basically just fighting and screaming at each other. They were fighting and screaming at each other in the ring, then they'd fight and scream at each other in the locker room, they'd fight and scream at each other out by the trailers, and then they'd fight and scream at each other in the bathroom. And at the end of the show, what do you got? Yeah, boy, for 2 hours, a bunch of people fought and screamed at me.